Hi guys, welcome to another passion project series or 3 minutes chromate or whatever. Sha. Today has not been like the best day. I've been really pissed. I sort of woke up like wrong side of the bed, yes. And then this happened. My glasses that I was managing. And given that I can't like really see, I was not thinking I would make any video this week. Like I was not thinking of making any passion projects this week. I might not make next week, I might not make the week after that. Depends. I most likely would. I most likely won't. So originally the plan for this week's passion project was to create a sort of inline button you could put in your website and add voice commands to it. But that didn't happen because of time and some other issues. So this is what we are building instead. This button, simple. Let's reload this. Simple intercom button. Yeah, but instead of intercom, it has this very simple form. So I come here, I enter my credentials, testing, and I click submit. Form submitted. And yeah, this is what I just submitted. You can see it here. Well, let me delete this. So basically, that's what we are building. Yeah, state passes. Lovely. Submit another. So let's just build something like this. The same approach is when you also use the same approach in things like inline scripts that add things to the DOM. Paste tag, flutter with intercom, tawk.to. Initial inspiration was from tawk.to, right? That was where I got the initial inspiration. With this method, you can link this, you can add whatever logic you want to this, and let me show you the first. Okay, the first, I think this was 20, I have no idea, 2018 or so. I made this. Where's this test? Oh, this is the one. Okay. See how ugly this was. But this was like 2019. I'm not sure. I think that's when I made this. I don't. I was so bad at fonts. I was using cursive fonts. Like, seriously. Powered by Chrome Tech. And shame did not catch me to put powered by Chrome Tech. But Shasha, this is 2022 version. With animation, borders, sans phrase, and everything. Basically, if this approach that I'm going to be using, you can literally distribute. Although I should have used like web components and inserted it to the DOM, I think that would have been better. Intercom uses an iframe so that it does not interact with the main frame, like main DOM. So, but me, I'm just tricking it in using .inner HTML. I mean, it was good in this video, yeah. Bad practice, yeah. So the first step in building any of things like this is by building it physically. Like open an actual HTML page and build out your components, add your styles, position it, right? Like position them properly and everything. If you are using an iframe, then yeah, you can insert all your styles inside the iframe and whatnot so that they don't collide eventually with the DOM. Although you can run a script that are like things like what Vue does now. They hash your styles basically. So you can hash them. You can run the whole scripts through hashing so that they all have hash codes and they never really mix. But I did not do that. Once again, this is like a 1 hour project. Yeah, there's also a modal.js I was working on. You could insert modals anywhere. So basically, you after building the components, you come here, then you chuck them into the DOM. So the first step in building this is to build them out physically without just pure HTML, CSS. And after that, you start writing your functions. So the first script was this document.query selector. I get the head, I get the body, then I create style, I create content body. In the head, I insert the style. So style.inline HTML, I add my style. I copy the style from the HTML page, paste it into my style. I'm using HTML. which allows me, and I'm using backticks, meaning I can customize this even further. So let me do that now. All purple, change them to dollar sign, BG color. Yeah. Now this is going to fail obviously. It's not going to load because BG color is not defined. Now I will just come here and define BG color as black. And here we have it. If I use red, it gets red because it's the same color. Ew, red. It's the same color that is used. Let's use green. You can also insert basically hexagon code, what they call this X code and whatever. You can insert anything there basically. I think let me use dark blue. Let me use blue. Is there anything like dark blue? Is that a color? Let's see what happens. Yeah, dark blue exists. So okay. After doing that, after doing that, after installing your style and abstracting like things you want to change, like you want to give users the ability to change, because we are going to make this into a script and other people can like use the scripts in their file. Yes. Okay, I'm connected to the internet. Yeah. After that, content.inline HTML, we start this also, then append them to the head, append the style to the head of the DOM and this to the body of the DOM. Once again, if I had more time, I could have used the web component and done a lot more. Then after all these have been appended, you run the scripts functionality. Because JavaScript is from top to bottom, you are sure that everything could have been mounted before functionality runs. Because functionality now uses inline document.get query selector. So you have to be very careful that document.get query selector, like it's able to get it. So everything must have been mounted. So functionality does this, listens to clicks, gets the clicks. Yeah, basically this functionality, when you click this, like it's listening to the click events of this button that has been inserted into the DOM and displaying this based on that. Then basically just watch my HTML to Google spreadsheet video and I just ran that script to work when you click the submit button. Easy as that. It's not really complicated. What I really wanted to do was to, when you click this button, a face shows here and you can interact with that face like a avatar and you can speak to the avatar. Probably that would be like, would that be next week's video? Or I might I might post it on my Twitter or LinkedIn. Just follow me there. It might not be really a passion project. It might be. I was thinking of using building like a React to Vue converter for next week's passion project or Vue to React. Just interchanging the language converter basically next week. If I have time. I don't think I'll have time. How much things I have to do is choking. That's why I'm moving angry. That's why this glass broke. Because I was very, very pissed. And given that I don't really like get angry per se, I don't. So Shasha. I mean minutes has gone. So this is about 9 minutes. That's basically it. Inserting this into the DOM. Listens to field requests and changing the form. Basically. In companies like Intercom, tawk.to, Paystack and the rest of them, surely this is not the approach they will use. They might use another approach. I'm not very certain. They might. I think they should. This is a bit dumb to use this approach. This is not production. Like I would not be in for production. I would not also do this during production. You can see this 1 to 3, this sub 1 to 3. This is me trying to ensure classes do not clash, which is just dumb. But remove it out with, and it's not going to really be hard to write a class hashing function that gets every class bring them out, hash them, then replace them in. That is not really a very difficult thing to do. So. We don't want to call this on documents mounted, right? I would remove this. This is the second half of the video. I think we have already used 10 minutes. I've removed that and it's listening to the spots, but it's not auto reloading. Subarashi. Then what are we going to do here? We'll create a large function. We call it, I don't know, what's the name of this function? Mm, Needs button, right? Let's call it something like this. And inside init button, we put all these functions inside. So actually now init button has been called. Now when we use this is not test, not model. So now when we insert this into the, let's put them here as per good practice. Them okay. So when we call this in the model, you can just write another script. Nothing is happening here. And call init button. Let's see, init button is not defined or something. Oh. Then what init button does is it has to call loaded because loaded is what starts the whole script function. It's going to fail. This is failing. Trying to shame me in public. My God doesn't wear flip flop. The way they are being named, you can't really call them before they are initialized. I was the one that named them like this because I've coconutted. It's actually good practice, but for here, I really do not care about good practice. I just get this to run. Let's see if everything is still working. This would fail because that must be its form. Yeah, running inbuilt validators. Does it submit? Yeah, it works. It works. So now would receive an object, right? And this object would basically be the configuration for init button. And do have things like colors, color, pg color, scripts, URL, open icon, close icon. Now we just have to come here and let's see if this works. It's saying it has already been initialized. I have to remove all this const, because that's me reinitializing then. Because I did not pass in parameter. Wait, that should not be. Oh, it's telling me is this. I get. Because I was using an object, it was trying to construct that from an object that wasn't being passed. It was throwing an error, which it should normally, given that if that is, I'm coming, if that was necessary, let me try something. If I should and do something like create, would this still give me an error? Nah, it didn't. Let me see if I try this. Red is not defined. And here we have it. Now we have this object config that we can pass. Let's say I did not like pass any objects. It will take the default values that I passed there. Scripts URL, I can pass scripts URL. If I should pass an empty string into scripts URL, comma, an empty string. It's going to use this empty string. I hate red with passion. Let's use purple. Okay. Now this form is not going to submit because it's going to be trying to eat an empty string URL. They should fail. Wow. Let's see if that's submitted. It did. Oh. This is empty string would be read by the key as undefined. Let's see. Scripts URL. This is why, because I've not done that. All right. An icon. Sign. Now don't shame me outside. Just walk. Yeah. This should work. This should try an error at least. Form submitted. Although in the console it's showing failed. As it should be showing failed in the console, but it's still submitting because for some reason I don't think I'm catching this error. So actually I could write a validator to check the scripts if I'm passing in proper scripts, but God knows I don't have time, so I'll just leave this blank and just use this as the only config there. Some other configs I would want is company title. So title and description would be called as this. After this, I would push to my GitHub and yeah, this I want you to be able to change this to whatever you want. Basically, by now I'm very sure you get the whole point. You get the whole like everything we are doing. Right, you do. Yes, you do. Description. This brings back so much memories. I used to write a lot of rubbish code. Jeez. Now I just copy title and go to there's this product which I would use. I'll give it a title because this is an invisible form. There are ways to track, like it gets. This video should not be this long for something that did not take so much time. Oh, it's probably this long because I did not, like, I'm basically still building it literally. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's go and set title. Passion project. That's the name of the company. Yeah, passion project, and the description is there something like dark purple. Yeah, it does not exist. Dark purple is not a color, so you get that. Orange. Orange and white are not friends, so I don't get. They are not. Description. Let me go for this. This is part of my passion project series. Okay. With this we are done. And yes, it is responsive. This thing wants to shame me outside. It's responsive. Like I told you, it literally takes how intercom works. So you know when you are using intercom, once you pass 450, it becomes like this. Once you, yeah, yeah, responsiveness. So that's basically it for this project. Now I can push this to npm, and you can just import it and run init button config the same way. Or let me just push this and done. Git push. Everything's up to date. Source. Yeah, I was checking this old repo. Thirty contributions today. I did not do much yesterday night. I probably should sleep. I'll just go and eat after this video and eat after this video and take a nap. Wake up and just work in the nights because I'm not in the right frame of mind to actually be working right now. So I can come here, intercom.js, raw. And this script, I can just replace the script with this script. And let's see if this still works. Hopefully the port is still listening. Oh. I have to await this. How did they do this thing, Seth? Can't remember. Let's see if this button is loading. This button isn't loading anything. GitHub wants to shame me outside. GitHub, why? GitHub, why? I can just host it with GitHub pages, but that would be extra work. Shasha. The cook of the matter is by the time I push this video, you guys would see the link that you can just throw inside your HTML forms and like see it immediately, and then watch um my HTML to Google Sheets and get your own unique script and add it there. I've seen the script URL. Sure, this is almost 30 minutes. This is one of my longest passion projects video, and I did not really take that much time. Yeah, that's the reason because I was building it. So, yeah. So that's basically how you make a inline DOM scripts. Yeah, insert things into the DOM. That's not the best approach. Use web components or use an iframe like what Intercom is doing. Any of those two would work better than what I'm doing. Sometimes I write something, then 3 days later, I'm like, fuck, that's so dumb. I should have written it better. Then I go and change the code because there's always a better way to write a code. Like the code just keeps getting better. Sure. That's all for today. As per this script, you don't want to like paste, and GitHub wants to shame me. We'll continue next time, and this is already 25 minutes long. So we'll continue from what am I saying? Catch you on the next passion video, passion project video. It might be next week, might be 5 weeks away, it might be 10 weeks away. Whenever you see it, you see it. Bye. Clicking the pause, the stop recording button.